All right, we are live, and yes, it is time for another round of Bob Ross Tycoon. And but first of all, I just checked the shop today, and look, this happened. Peacemaker's in the shop, which is especially interesting because I literally just watched the newest episode of the show. I'm a huge fan of the show. I love it. I love the character. Love everything about it. And this emote is just amazing. You have to see the show to understand. All right, but that has nothing to do with Bob Ross. We're playing Bob Ross Tycoon. I've made some progress, and we can compare this to my first run through Bob Ross Tycoon. Loading. Takes it a minute to load up. Oh, you notice I've got this res pickaxe. The one they had to go up 10 levels to get. Yeah, I blew through those 10 levels doing, quite literally, this game.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and brushes and paint along with us each week as we play some of nature's masterpieces on canvas.
It's going to play that every single time you start a round. Okay, but before we get into that, as you see, I am at 50 rebirth. Actually, they got little stats over here. They save your stats. I have earned $14 trillion in this game. Rebirthed 50 times, or prestiged 50 times. Unlocked almost 10,000 pads. Spent more than a day of my life playing it, and 0 eliminations because I play private games because I don't want the headaches. But I've got 50 rebirths, so I've got more options in here. I can wear any of these fancy afros. Like, look at this thing. Holy Jesus. But, yeah, I can wear the level 51 now. That wouldn't get aggravating while you're trying to play a game. Alright, I get it, Bob. It's great. You've got the afro. Afro's not for me. You know what I will be able to show you this time that I didn't get to last time? Is the, opening up the obsidian vault. Because we can't get in without the keys, and I know where all the keys are. Alright, the other thing I am most of the way done on now is the pets. Because I can use any of these pets, and any of these up to this guy, and just these last two I can't get. I figure I'll probably do, you know, another video when I get up to that 100th rebirth. Yes, and happily there is infinite sprint. Alright, so you're going to notice right off the bat, of course, I've got 50... Yeah, we ignore this thing for a while. There's a better time to come back to that. Because the last time I played this, it was my second rebirth that I played last time. So I've learned some things, and with each rebirth, you notice, you get a plus 10% of your cash increasing. And that affects pretty much everything. So this starting hitbox now starts at... pardon, as I choke to death. Now starts at a 6 per hit.
Beat the devil out of it.
So that goes up faster. That's really all you need to do on that, because you can get this. We get our paint mixer. Throw the
So I tell you
paint.
what, let's go on up to the canvas here and get started.
Let's do it, Bob. All right, then. This is what you want to do. You need 75 bucks. Get across this way. Get yourself this guy, because holy crap, an SMG is great, but we're already earning that, so we can get this right away. We can already get this conveyor belt. You see, I'm earning way faster. I mean, 500% faster. Yeah, beat the devil out of it, Bob. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm earning way faster now than I was the first time around. All right, let's get some walls and windows up so we can get our little laser. We'll come to the car. I save the cars to the end. All right, we'll get this guy. Let's get the next layer of this. This will normally take you a lot longer. All right, I still do just kind of the starting. Oh, another thing to show you off here. Show off to you here. Cash spawner for $1,000. Now, when you first start out, your first playthrough, when you get the cash spawner, it's going to give you 500 bucks. It's going to spawn 500. But those percentage increases you get also affect these cash spawners. So when you get up to your 10th rebirth and you're at 100% boost, the $1,000 cash spawner will spawn $1,000. But where I'm now at 500%, it's spawning me more. It's taking that 500 and multiplying it. So these cash spawners now give me a profit. And I ignore that. The 20,000. This is all I do of this. I come back, I do that later. I'm not worried about it. This should be built up well by now to alright, we've got paintings going. Let's make a ceiling. Let's buy the next floor. We want to do this little area over here. Alright. One more swoop of cash. And now, don't forget to go under here and get your golden key. There's one golden key. There are 2 rainbow keys. And there are 4 obsidian keys. Alright, now when you start a new floor, I find it helpful to start with the paint mixers. Grab these guys. Because these paint buckets give you boosts. In fact, I normally just go buy them all, then get the paint and toss it. Plus, when you finish the painting, Bob Ross says something.
We'll use a few big brushes, a dozen colors or so, and I'll show you how easy it is to create some of the most fantastic paintings you've ever seen.
Oh, Bob is so wholesome. Alright. We got cash spawners here we want to get, and oh, that costs 100,000. What a pity. Well, I can just pick up these ones. 100,000 now gives me 300,000. So, making money. Alright, let's get this conveyor belt. Oh, and we got these little cubes. Little surprise cubes that can give you anything from total crap to something handy. Wild wasp jar. Not that handy, but sometimes fun just throwing some wasps down. Do not run into that, they will injure you. Get some walls, get some windows, get our teleporter, laser protection. Oh, let's start this conveyor belt. I can't start that conveyor belt. Well, I'll be able to in just a second, although I can start over here. I mean, obviously the conveyor belts are pretty key. Anything that's going to increase your passive earnings per second is good. Now, don't do the roof right away. Don't fall into that trap. Jump over this thing, because it's just easier to jump the wall than it is to run all the way around the building. And again, another one of the surprise little shield bubble. Alright, why not? Have a shield bubble. Just throw it down. Have a shield. Do a peacemaker dance in the middle of the shield bubble. There's no reason at all for me to be doing that, but why the hell not, you know? Alright, well, my, keep in mind, all this time that I'm kind of living off these cash spawners, my cash grabber downstairs is just growing. Alright, so I can get the lights. And then I've got 200k cash spawners, which each give me now 300k. Alright, we're going to come back here in a few minutes. Alright, so we definitely can get this painting. We're going to get all this stuff back here. All these little things. Let's see. Look at that. Another round of this stuff. Still haven't had to go downstairs to collect it. Now these things are pretty much useless. I don't use any of them. But also we've got the Bob Ross cosmetics. Pickaxe. You can use a giant paintbrush if you want. You can wear his paint palette on your back, and you can also wear his medallion if you want to totally Bob Ross it. I find it all kind of just gets in the way, so I don't bother, but still kind of fun. But then here's the man himself. You can say hi.
Really hope you've enjoyed this painting.
Oh, Bob. Bob is so great.
It's very hard to see when you're up close. So just step back and take a look.
Good old Bob. 7.8 million. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Alright, those are all done. Grab these again. Build ourselves a ceiling. I guess we're ready for upstairs. I'm actually going a lot. See, and we've got another cash collector up here. The cash collectors are only on the first, third, and fifth floors. So when you're on the second and fourth, you're either running up and down stairs a lot, or if you're lucky, you, like the one I just did, you get the cash spawners going. But anyway, got oodles of cash here, so let's get these running and underway. And mind you, this is only rebirth number 50 that I'm on. Like, I'm 100. When I'm up to 100, all this is going to be moving double speed.
Step by step through each phase of the painting, so you'll be able to create your own masterpieces at home.
Thanks, Bob. Alright, let's build ourselves a conveyor belt. Alright, things are getting pricey up here. We've got this golden hitbox I almost never use. But walls and windows we're going to want. We got walls, we got windows. Not going to worry about the ceiling just yet. To get that teleporter, this stuff. All these little things in the corner that make it feel homey. Now we're going to want to see, get some laser protection. And then out on this balcony is obsidian key number 1. We got 3 more of those to get. Alright, give me this and let's get us... Ooh, I may have enough for all of this. Boom and boom. The cash is flowing. We get our little cozy area. I like this spot here because it kind of reminds me of my grandma's house, where I used to actually watch The Joy of Painting. Sorry, getting a little nostalgic. Alright. Build ourselves a ceiling, and I think we are ready for... Oh, one other thing I forgot. Sometimes overlook these because they're kind of off to the side. I do like to get the epic weapons. I like to get the kneecapper. Not to use as a weapon, but because you can sometimes run faster with it. And that comes in handy sometimes. Alright, paint mixers. Where are we at? Ooh, I gotta level up. Oh yeah, something I should correct. That I mentioned in the last time that I did this video. That I played this game, I mean. I had mentioned something about not seeming to gain XP as quickly as you do in other tycoons. That is totally incorrect. This is a fantastic tycoon for leveling up fast. As you can tell by the fact that I'm practically level 300 already this season. And it's mostly due to this tycoon. So, yeah, that is a correction from last time. Alright, finish this off. What does Bob say?
Can paint almighty pictures.
Almighty pictures. It's fantastic. Nope, I'm out, and I didn't get the cash over there. Luckily, there's a nice easy way to just drop down and pick it up. Yeah, I think you saw me do it before, but I'm pointing it out now. It's real easy. Drop downstairs, run back upstairs. Should get the walls and windows built. Can't get the walls and windows built. Get my cash spawners built. Oh, built the ceiling. You don't need to build the ceiling that quickly. Alright. So yeah, I like to save the ceiling till last because, you know, puts the whole thing in, like, shadow. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it, but this game, you know, I like a nice well-lit game. Personal preference of mine. Play however you want. Nope, that's already, Alright, come on. I mean, I am a little saddened with that emote. The one thing about it is it's the song from the second season intro and not the first season intro. Which is just so iconic, and I just fell in love with that. It's the first time I think I've ever watched a TV show where I don't start to skip over the intro. All right. So we could do the next floor, but we're not going to do that yet because we have a golden vault to get. Oh, look at him, already in the billions. I'm making money with disgusting speed now. And so you get some nice gold weapons here. Gold Scar, Gold Pump, and Gold Combat SMG, which is really the only thing I pick up. Now, as you notice, I have barely used the SMG. And that is something that's been happening more so in the last, I don't know, dozen rebirths maybe. Proximity mines. I have no use for that. Some of these weapons would be much more useful if you're playing with, you know, other players. You can set traps and do stuff. Now, don't run upstairs here yet to the last floor. Come around here because there's an obsidian key. Obsidian key number 2. And another secret box. A pepper. Oh, pepper hand's handy. Alright. Got our paint mixers, and we've got a cash collector up here. So we can just fire right through these. I mean, you don't have to stand in the paint. But I find it's just helpful to get an angle. Especially on these higher levels. Which is kind of how it became a habit.
Boop, 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 boop. Gotta make those noises.
Gotta make the noises, Bob. Always make the noises. Some walls, some windows. I can get all this stuff. The billiards, the books, and the lights. More books, more, well, plants. Don't worry about the roof. Alright, you're not ready. Give me more money. Now we're just basically milking for the last few little bits here. The house is almost done. But there's more to this place than just the house. Alright, we need 4.3 billion. It sounds like a lot, but I mean, look at the rate at which we're earning money here. Oh, Jesus, I'm 6.9. Oh, and I get droppers on the other thing, too. I still gotta get. Holy crap. Alright, we got all of those. We've got a roof. Let's make this hitbox. This is a great hitbox. The rainbow one, because you've got some... You can make some serious money off of that one. So when you're, you know, earlier rebirths, when you're grinding, this thing is it's a godsend. All right, but enough of that. Let's make the zip line and ride down it. Time to finish our path. Gotta kind of keep an eye out, because these, yeah, 20,000 spawners are giving me 60,000 each, which, compared to the billions that I have, are pretty small amounts, so not too worked up about it, but... Oh, railgun. Those are kind of fun. I mean, if you have enemies to fight. Alright, so sometime, yeah. Alright, just making sure I'm not missing anything. Rocks, got a cash spawner. I mean, basically just follow the path as it goes, you know. Alright, then you reach a point where it branches. Hey, Waffle Bob. Shout out to Waffle Bob. We have here the first rainbow key, which will spawn as you... I think it's this cash spawner that makes it. I'm not sure exactly, but... it shows up right there. Keep an eye out, you'll spot it. Alright, and we got table tennis. Am I missing? Okay. We'll get these trees, too, while we're at it. We're not following that one all the way yet. We got this cash spawner. Get these rocks, another cache spawner, some plants. Now, this picnic one, this is significant because it gives you a picnic table with obsidian key number 3 and this fantastic Cuddle Bear, Cuddle Team Leader secret box. Oh, and we got a Banana of the Gods. Yeah, that one's handy too. Alright, so we've got that. Now, we want to finish the other branch of the path. And we get a cloud platform. Now, hold it right here. You're eager to run and unlock that balloon, but I'm going to point out something real quick. When you unlock this balloon, charge it at full speed. Watch what I do, and I'll explain why. You have about 1 second before this balloon takes off and goes up to the platform. I mean, it comes back, but it kind of sits up here for a minute. And we have rainbow key number 2. Now look at how long this thing waits before it leaves. And you'd be down there waiting all that time for it to come back. And you think, oh god, I missed my ride. I'm not worried about missing my ride. There's no fall damage in this game. Getting down is no problem. It's getting up that's the issue.
Boner?
Boner.
Phrasing.
Alright, and then how much cash has built up while we've been off running around doing that? 90 sets. Jesus Christ. Got practically enough to finish the whole thing by now. Yeah, it's about 100 billion from here all the way up to the top to get the rebirth, but we've got a couple stops to make. We're not going all the way yet. What do we got? Another pepper. I'm not even going to bother. Alright, we got the floors. Building our ways up. Now, those little secret boxes, by the way, I've opened them up and found, like, a rusted can. Like, some of the most useless stuff you could imagine. And then I've also opened it up and found, like, Night Witch's Void Oni mask. So it's a lot of things. Oh, when you get this one here, keep an eye over here, because here is our final obsidian key. Alright, we'll go up. We'll finish off the platform. Not going all the way, or should we go a little... You know what, I'll go a little for... Normally, right here, I take a break and head back down. I'm going to take it a little further because I want to show you a couple of handy things I learned. Getting through this parkour. This is not the toughest parkour in the world. I've done it, you know, many times now, so I'm getting more used to it. But here's where your rainbow vault is. And I like to get this guy and this guy. Sometimes when you open those boxes, you will get this gun. Not this one, though. And I like this one. Alright, we're not going to get this yet. But, alright. But we're heading down. Oh, actually, something else I want to point out. We have our, as you complete each floor and complete the paintings will appear in this gallery. And if you actually come in and read these little signs, it tells you well, I mean, it's not bubbling steam, it's bubbling stream. That's a typo, obviously. But it tells you when it was painted and what episode of Joy of Painting it was painted in. And it does the same for all 5 paintings. You know, this is from season 20, and over here's from season 3, and the Joy of Painting, all the episodes are available on YouTube, and if you actually look down in the description of this video, I have tracked down and linked the 5 episodes where he paints these 5 paintings. And something interesting I noticed, because I did watch them and check them out, the paintings that are here, I mean, while they're clearly the same paintings he's drawing, that he's painting, they're not, like, exactly the same. So it's almost like he's painting a slightly different version of these. So it makes me wonder if, like, after the show is finished, if he, you know, touches up the painting to make it a little more, you know, a little nicer, or if he does multiple versions of a painting, because artists do that too. So there's things to think about. But if you want, you can watch all the 5 episodes where he paints these 5 paintings. Because as you play this more and more, you really get to know those paintings. Alright, anyway, we're going down here. I've got 35 billion, so I've got enough to get the cars. Car number 1. Car number 2 for 400 million. And then car number 3 for 20 billion. Alright, let's get my banana of the gods. And my bat, which gives me full running speed to get over to this obsidian vault. That's really all I use it for. We open all 4 locks. And I like to pick up a couple of the Riftigos. Alright. Now is the point in your game where no matter how many times you have played through and you're running through, now is the time to pick up the gifts. Because the further you build up your house, the more valuable, the more cash you're going to get from the gift. Like, if you open it first thing, you're going to get, like, $1,000. But you open it now, and this first gift, plus my bonus, gives me $58.2 billion. So I have far and away enough money to finish the whole thing. Alright, let's go up these things. Plus another 135 billion there. Now, one of the neat things I like about these weapons that I pick up, they're great for farming. I mean, that's fun. But if you do want to farm, use this as a level to just use that as a game to farm XP. Once you get hold of this guy, this is where you farm XP. You know, like, you could just put an elastic around your controller, or you know, if you're on PC, obviously, some way to hold the key down. You know how to do it. Yeah, and sit there and let this... and let that thing just farm. Alright, and then we also want to stop up here, because we got this bad boy. One more of these to open. And it's some super slap splash. Wow. Try to say that 5 times fast. Anyway, that gives you infinite sprint, which you already have in this game. Now, some people like to use the zip line, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that zip line's a little wonky at the top. I'll give it a go, but let's see how it works out. See, it wants to throw you off the edge, and you got to try to catch yourself, and it doesn't always go well. It's part of the reason I like to grab the rifts, because I'll usually just start down there and rift to the top of this thing. But since I already have the rainbow vault there, I can anytime I can skip a little parkour, I'm gonna skip a little parkour. Alright, we got a cloud platform, we got this, we got a little bit more parkour, and then the biggest, the 20 billion parkour. I mean, I don't know that this is worth $20 billion, but it's just a couple of rings, but it gets you to the last spot, and here's your prestige. We're here, let's see, we talked about, we did all the vaults, we opened all the things, we covered the cool paintings in the art gallery, handy little tips and tricks that I think I covered everything. All right, and here's how you confirm. You basically just hit the button, confirm prestige. I wish they called it rebirth.
Call him finished.
And then, aside from that, there's no real ceremony or anything. You're just, boom, thrown back to the beginning with absolutely nothing. And I'm locked out of the vault again. Yeah, but that's it. That's Bob Ross Tycoon with 50 rebirths. I'm now at 51. And like I said, I'm planning another run through at 100. So we'll see the changes from now to then. But if you watched my first, I'll put the link to the first Bob Ross video I did, so you can see the difference between 1 rebirth and 50 rebirths. So I guess I'll see you in another 49 rebirths. So I forget the skin's name I'm using. Something pixely, but it's a cool skin. Anyway, dance us out of here.
Dirty, dirty things on the internet.